Hello and welcome to Andy Talk Stocks. I'm gonna go over a little bit today about what happened in the market last week and kind of what I saw. We saw the Federal Open Market Committee come out on Wednesday, and traders were not too sure what Mr. Powell was gonna say, and um, as soon as everyone heard him say easy landing, even though interest rates are forecasted to stay the same and actually go up, I think a 1/4% in the near term, um, we saw equities rise. Stocks did really good. We also saw Nvidia coming out with some next generation stuff called Blackwell. Is supposed to be 30 times faster. And then we see a company called TSMC. So we know who's building that Blackwell processor. That's Taiwan Semiconductor. Oh, sorry. Can I get a little coffee in me? So yeah, this is good news for Nvidia. You can see with Nvidia already holding over 80% of the AI chip market. And that's why we're seeing with the AI boom, what better company to invest in for investors than Nvidia, right? We saw Broadcom, I believe, partnered with. Here we go. Uh, oh, so Broadcom announced that it has a new customer, but analysts are debating that it could be TikTok parent ByteDance. Um, Yeah, so you can see Broadcom's ASIC customers include Google, Meta, all very big companies. And we're seeing basically this AI hype train as a been a been a wild ride upward. Yeah, so I guess we're seeing that in the chip market. Basically, what we saw with options, what traders were expecting last week was coming into that FOMC meeting, uh, we saw traders were basically hedging. So they were, you could see the put to call ratio coming into Wednesday, should have been the 20th. Traders hedging a bit. Um, Although actually that Broadcom, I think announced news on Wednesday, so that's not a good one to look at. But if we look at ACMR, which is another chip stock that's been on fire. You see traders hedging right before uh, the Fed's decision on rates, and we're seeing also the same thing with AMD, where saw traders hedging a little bit coming into March 20th, and now we're more bullish at the end of the week. So yeah, so Nvidia's been on a tear. It's been doing very well. And we're seeing again that same hedge even on Nvidia, right? Coming into March 20th, and now we're looking more bullish. Yeah, so AMD, we're seeing a little bit of a pullback in the stock. Yeah, the stock was almost up to $230, which is insane. I was not paying that close attention to my AMD, but yeah. So recently, I've added to my position. Um, I think we could reach this big volume block here at 165, potentially, if it goes that far. But AMD is just the growth that it's going to get with its AI customers and its AI the the server GPUs and stuff like that is forecasted to be immense. So AMD is going to extremely benefit, kind of piggybacking off of what Nvidia can't. Nvidia is not simply at some point. Nvidia is not going to be able to produce all these chips, and we could see that chip shortage happen again. But I don't know. I think AMD is in a very good position. Oh, I don't know why it's closed, but yeah. Uh, Next earnings reports in 38 days, so I'm not sure where that would put us. About a month and a week out, so would that be May, maybe around May 7th? May 6th? I'm not sure. May 8th? Oh no, it would be a month and a week, so it'd be around the 2nd of May. Oh, it says right here. Oh, earnings are on my birthday. Isn't that funny? Well, we'll see what AMD does on my birthday, but I would assume that with this earnings report, if we're going to see the stock come down um, further, that if AMD is able to put out good guidance and hit good numbers, we'll see that the stock go up. So AMD is even in this last earnings crushed it with forward guidance. So that's why we're seeing the stock just smoking it. Yeah, we're seeing kind of Nvidia and ooh, let me see. Yeah, we're seeing Nvidia just on a huge tear. I think a lot of hedge funds have picked up the stock and are just gonna ride it, try to ride the hype train. TSMC also seeing that kind of this big rise, if you call that, since the start of the year, right? Was this January? Stocks up almost, yeah, 50% since the start of the year, right? ACMR, same thing. So yeah, I guess I like to look at some of these stocks to see where the market's going. I don't know if you guys caught my Google video a couple weeks ago, but that has aged very well. If we look at how Google is doing today, I came out with that video right around when the stock was at 130 bucks, and now we're sitting at 150 on close today. So yeah, I'm glad if some people took advantage of that video. That's awesome. Um, but yeah, I think that the market should continue to increase from here, I guess is my point of this video. And these are basically all the stocks that the hedge funds are buying is when, we're seeing Nvidia go up, we're seeing ACMR, Broadcom, and it kind of carries the semiconductors with it for the most part. SMH, the semiconductor ETF. Oh, what are we at for the? How do I look at the chart of this thing? Yeah, what are we for the past year on SMH? $127 to 226. So what is that? Almost 100% gain? Something like that? I think in the past 3 months, 6 months. Yeah, 140 bucks to 227. So the semiconductors are smoking it right now. And yeah, AI is poised to do well. And I think that there's a lot of hype behind that. Yeah, I guess for AMD, I guess my price target from the end of this video, I guess we could see further movement downward. Um, we haven't really seen a bad month this year for stocks. And that's a possibility, especially, depending on, what happens in the market. But, um, if AMD reaches that 165 mark, I think that it's a certain buy. But I've already added to my position on Friday because I like the stock, and if it goes down to 165, I'll put in some more. But we're seeing as the stock goes up, uh, you know, these support levels are established, and we're not even seeing that the stock is coming down to touch the supports just because it's the stock's doing very well. So yeah, that's my little stock talk for this week. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, have yourself a great weekend.